All right. It's your boy, Wumbus, Watch Movie Bad at Stuff. Ready to go with more Dark Souls 2. I made an executive decision. This channel is all about watching me be bad at playing video games. It felt disingenuous to not show that whole process. So we are going to continue to grind the Mad Warrior. And y'all are just going to hang out with me. Because like I said, never claimed to be good at video games. Just like playing them. So that is what we're going to do. And we're going to go ahead and get rolling on it. But yeah, last time when we signed off, I hope everyone had a happy Easter if you celebrate and everything. I do. So that was why there wasn't a stream yesterday per se. But in theory, we... got some good family time in and everything. Got to see my in-laws, got to see my parents. Always fun. But like I said, we have been on a bit of a kick here lately. What we're going to do, I'm actually going to, let's see. Once again, I have Task Manager up. I am tempted to find a way to have it on screen too. I want to see if I can do that. Let's see. How visible is that to y'all? Let's see. I see that it wants to show it. I see that it's trying to show it. Whoa. That freaked it out. Huh. Hello. Show me the task manager, please. Because I figured, if I'm going to be sitting here, y'all might want to see the tick, but I don't know why it's being weird. Here, hang on. Maybe if I capture a bit. Windows. Aha! For whatever reason, switching the capture method to Windows 10 made it work. But save those. I think it will be the least intrusive if it sits up here in the top. Like I said, chat's appearing here like around my head, so if it's up here, that'll work. But like I said, that means y'all get to see Task Manager too, so you really get the full experience of what I'm going through. Now, notably, as I said, this is about what our CPU's running at. Like I said, we are looking at the memory in for Dark Souls 2. That is the top program there. I do still have Chrome open, but whatever. And then everything else is just kind of existing. So I don't think this would show you anything that would be like untoward that anyone could like dox me with, but And for the sake of it, we're just going to run up here just because I want to feel special. To prove that the Honored Madman did not spawn in during that. But, meaning our computer's somewhere between like 380 right now. Hovering around 400. If anybody was with me last week, it was like peaking out around like 600. And then like I got it to drop below 500 at one point, but not this time for whatever reason, but like I said, we will. And then you give it like 5 seconds. Okay. And then at that 5-second mark, you should see like a jump by like 20 megs thereabout. We did not see that jump. So we rest at the bonfire and then stand up and try to see if we see that jump. Because that means that the game is processing that the Honored Madman is in here. Okay, a real consistent, like 424, 426. Okay. We will hang out. Stand up. Give it 5 seconds. Like I said, we want to see it jump to like 430 or thereabout. That to me says that the Honored Madman has spawned in. Admittedly, I have never done this grind before, so this is the first time I've ever had to deal with this, but big fun. Once again, no avail. Like I said, it's about a 1 in 12, I think. I mean, we did see a spike. I just don't know if that's significant enough. I'm willing to go look. Like I said, 434. Okay, so it did hop up like 10. Okay. So hopefully that means he's up here. Because if he's up here, that means it's one less time. And I think we had done 10 last time. No cigar. Unfortunate. Yeah, we cleared out the nerds on that end. So that was apparently not the uptick we were looking for. But yeah, this is the joys of grinding for this covenant. So here we go. Back at it again. I don't know if that counts. Like, I don't think that counts. So, having around 440. Like I said, we're trying to see if something will peak up to like the 450s in 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. And this is apparently the much less tedious way of doing this, because ordinarily you would have to run up the ladder and just hope he's there, and you'd have to reset every time. And like I said, he spawns like between like 1 in 9 and 1 in 12. I've seen like different metrics, but imagine having to do that, set back with the aged feather, wait through a whole loading screen, come all the way back. Like, it would just take hours. So this is technically the faster way of doing it. It just doesn't feel that way. Like I said, ideally after this we'll go grind the Falconers for their set, or for the medals for the Brilliant Covenant, but that will hopefully be slightly less garbage just because it's just attacking enemies. It's not this. Okay. It's not resting, it's staring at something that isn't the game. Alright. No big upticks. Rest, stand up, give it 5 seconds. Okay. It definitely went up, like, demonstrably. Let's see if that was enough. Come on, buddy. Be up here. Come on. Damn it. Okay. It's got to be a more significant uptick than that. Like, that's the only thing. Because, like, it's not here. So, or he's not here. The Mad Warrior we assume to be male, I guess. I actually wonder, the Berserker Blade, now it's just taunting us. Let's see, what does his helm do? I mean, that was kind of a big spike as compared. I wonder if that means, because like now it's hanging out around like 445, 450. Maybe? Big maybe vibes? Like I said, worst case scenario, this is how it would look. God damn it. Yeah, man. Try chance. Don't give up. If anybody's ever gone through this grind, I would love to hear some background info, just because I'm slowly losing my mind over here. But see, I don't know if that's just it hanging out or not, so we're hovering around like 458, 460, somewhere in there. Yeah. Okay, like I said, I do kind of want to go see if his helm has any properties, because I don't think I've ever gotten it before. Oh, we have 2 Masks of Judgment, which does nothing for us, but cool. Oh, that's the Drakekeeper helm. Let's see. Ah. Yeah, the Mad Warrior mask just looks cool. And, like, don't get me wrong, we're going to wear it at some point. Especially once we respec and I'm not as beholden to wearing, like, the stuff that ups my spell casts. The real question is, do I prefer the Saint's Hood, or I like the design of the Hexer's hood. So, okay, so we're hovering at like a good 467. So. Okay, gonna sit. We're in like the 470s. 2, 3, 5. Okay. It went down. Nope. I don't know what my camera and tripod and everything are caught on, but caught on something, but it's fine. Yeah, I'm assuming that wasn't a huge spike. I don't know. I mean, I guess because we were in what, the 470s, so like this is kind of where it is. I mean, you know, out of an abundance of paranoia here. Because he's got to show up eventually, right? I mean, you know. Nothing has changed from the last time we were doing this. I literally woke up and now we're here. Honored Madman, hello. Honored Madman, actually, is a YouTube channel, not who we're grinding. The Mad Warrior. Yeah, once again, no veil. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and it just drops. Let's chill out. Okay, so it did go up like 10. And it's hanging out there and continuing to climb. I'm willing to risk it. I'm willing to come up here. Whoa. See the chains like spawn in with it? That was weird. There he is. Hey, buddy. You can take a couple of these to the face, right? You're good. Come on. Oh, I forgot to put back on the... Because apparently your item discovery can also affect this to some degree. Again, that's hearsay. I don't have proof of that, but seen people on Reddit say it affects him like spawning in, so... Dude. I swear I've only been sitting here for like 20 minutes because I made some dinner and brought some packages in. So, just the joys of having bad knees, I guess. The joys of wrestling in middle school and high school and then being a fat guy. Okay, again, I don't know if that means, because like I said, it's hovering higher than it was. But what that means, I do not know. What's up, buddy? Okay, so he's just gonna, yeah, alright. Well, fun for you, man. Yeah, I was about to say, there's no way we get 2 in a row. That's just not how this works. Okay, well, like I said, what would be really cool, and I would honestly go grind for the items we need to, you know, make it happen, but would be having Berserker Blade, like, power stance. I'd be into that. Alright. Oh, it jumped up at the 5-second mark as we were looking, so... let's go take a whack at it. Come on, man. Don't tease me. Nope. Crap, dude. Alright. Yeah, I feel like we need to sit at the bonfire a couple times to let it, like, get in the groove and know where we're at. Yeah, because it's reading at, like, 5:30, which seems really high. And then it kind of chiefs back down. Okay. Sit at the bonfire. Stand up. I see I'm not the only one here doing this, so, you know. Alright. I do always see, like, phantoms sitting and standing and sitting and standing at this bonfire, and now I understand why. Nope. Crap, dude. Like I said, I hope this doesn't take the whole stream. I would like to go get the falconers done. But, come what may. Nope. Nope. Okay, so it's stable at like 525. Nope. Okay, sit down. We're like 520. Then it kind of rests a little bit. But yeah, no. Alright. 512. Stand up. Right? Like, it's a whole thing. Grinding for stuff in DS2 has been its own nightmare in its own way. Specifically, we have Task Manager up so that I can, like, see if the memory spikes whenever it spawns in the NPC we're trying to grind. But Dark Souls 2 threw us a bone and is like, at least there's an enemy here. You don't have to strictly do it through PvP. But he only spawns like 1 in 10 times. Maybe even a little worse. Okay, so that was a relatively big spike from where we were hanging out. I'm willing to go look. Like I said, the alternative to this is not using Task Manager at all and just running up through here every time, seeing if he's here, if he's not here, resetting, which I'm not super down for. Okay, cool. So that big spike was him loading in. But I mean, he's like a cool dude and he like dual wields katanas and he's wearing this like badass mask. Like, not mad about it. It's just, you know, grinding. How you doing, Turtles Are Cool? I appreciate the follow yesterday. Thank you. Alright. Well, let's see what our resting number is now. Okay, so it's hovering around like 520. Alright, so we will sit, stand, give it like 5 seconds. Okay, then it just drops, so I don't think he spawned in. So we will sit, stand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bub kiss. We will sit. And we will stand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nada. Alright. But yeah, the riveting gameplay of grinding for useless stuff. And unfortunately, it's specifically to kill one NPC because the Bellringer Covenant counts it as an invasion. And there's one sorcery that you can only get by doing this. Alright, that's a pretty big spike. That's similar to what we saw last time. So hopefully that means he's here. Yeah, I would take grinding in Dark Souls 1 any day over this. And he's here. Okay, cool. So this is what, the third time we've seen him? So 17 more. Oh, and we're being invaded by like an actual player. Cool. We didn't get an item, which is kind of a bummer, but where are you? Ah. Ahoy. All right. What? What? Robbed me of a backstab. Okay, I guess that counts. There we go. Whoa, what's this dude's health? Alright. Okay. You can tell I did a lot of Dark Souls 1 PvP. Ooh, spin to win. Got me. Thank you for the bow. I appreciate it. Classy. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound tedious at all. Of course not. And because, there we go, Lord. I was like, just come off of it, Dark Souls 2. Although, admittedly, if we do win one of these PvP fights, at least we'll get something out of it. What I need to do is take Unveil off, because we're clearly not going that route, and put on Dark Fog, maybe Dark Hail, actually, just because it is kind of a spread shot. Okay, stand up. Okay, we need to find our, like, rhythm again. Alright. Peace out. Yep, and it looks like actually the spike's kind of immediate. It might just be running on modern hardware. The spike's relatively immediate. So that means me standing here and waiting a couple seconds actually isn't terribly useful. But that's honestly good news. It means we can just do this instead of, you know, sitting here. Okay, and I say modern hardware. My PC is from 2019, so it's not quite modern, but it's decent. Like I have an RTX, like I think it's a 2080 or something like that. I've got an i7 processor. Like it's not totally outdated, but it is running behind what I would call like modern specs. But either way, it's modern to Dark Souls 2 standards, put it that way. Okay, no big spike. Yeah, and so there is like specific armor you can get for maxing out your devotion in this covenant. If killing the Mad Warrior 30 times sounds tedious, would you want to try to do it 100 times? Because that's how you get the Bellringer's armor. We're not doing that. Like, nope. No, sir. Hard pass. In fact. Ah, good. There you are. Luckily, this NPC just kind of takes it. Last stream, we got through Darklurker, and one of the NPCs down there was just willing to take like dark orb to dark orb to dark orb. Well, I'm you know, happy at least we have the kindred spirits there of not being quite as up to date, but you know, it's good enough to do what I want to do, so it's fine. Like, I've said that if I ever get to a point where I can make money off of like my videos or stream or whatever, if it could just buy me a new computer, I would call that a total success. Okay, that's a decent spike from where we were. Let's see. It's kind of like I don't know if you're into like Magic the Gathering or anything like that. The professor he's like Tellurian Community College. He's the biggest YouTube channel for Magic. He said when he first started making videos for YouTube, if he ever got to a point where his videos bought him a box of Magic cards, he would consider it a huge success. And so, like, that's where I'm at, except I guess I'm shooting a little higher, hoping I could make, like, I don't know, $1,500 or whatever to be able to buy a decent computer, like a good computer. Okay. See, I don't know, and I don't trust it giving it to me back to back, so we'll sit. We're hanging out around like 560. TikTok Clarice. I don't know why Hannibal Lecter was trying to tell Clarice to invest in an app that was, 30 years out. Oh yeah, never trust Dark Souls. 100%. I assume the worst. Especially Dark Souls 2. Never trust Dark Souls 2. I feel like you could reliably trust like some Dark Souls game, but Dark Souls 2, not the one to put your money in. It's not the NASDAQ. Well, I guess the stock comparison's probably not the best comparison right now. So, well, here we are again. Nope. Nope. There is something calming and rhythmic about it, though. The fog and the warm glow of the bonfire, At least it's calming in its own way. All right, that's a spike. Whoa. It's like it stored all the movement I had in my mouse. Oh yeah, no, God. Whenever you get and they even get you with the slab drop at the end of the Father Ariandel fight, like, God. And like I said, part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I kind of wanted like a relatively normal playthrough of Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 on my channel. I've never actually like finished any of the DLCs for either of these games, so that'll be a little hype thing that happens whenever I do this with Dark Souls 3 as well. Yep, I think that was 15, so we get to aged feather back. Hanging out around 560 again. We will sit and we will wait. Okay, like 550 something. 556. Nope. I believe we will sit again. Oh. Okay. Like I said, we only gotta do this like 16 more times. It's fine. Ugh. If anything, that is going down. Back to its... Like I said, when we first got here, it was like 400 something. And now our memory's like higher than it was, and I'm not entirely sure what this area is like pulling, but it's yanking something. Okay, that's a spike. Like I said, now that we kind of got the rhythm, it's just doing it. It's not the most tedious thing in the world. Appreciate the follow, whoever that was. I'm sorry. I think I have... hey, Cold to J, how's it going? I was about to say, I think I have the task manager covering my alerts. So, but the skeleton sound from the Mad Warrior armor. We're actually slowly getting a lot of his set, which is crazy. I don't super use a lot of Discord, but yeah, man, I super appreciate it. We're just hanging out trying to get this through. Yeah, we've gotten like a fair amount of. I think we've gotten the Berserker blade, which is what I wanted, and then we've gotten his mask, and now we have his armor, which would be this. Admittedly, the armor's kind of bland, but I don't think we've gotten his leggings or his gloves yet. No, I have gotten his gauntlets. All right, so the only thing we're missing now is his leggings, right? Right. Yeah, okay. So yeah, the only thing we're missing now is his leggings, and I've, like, again, you hear people talk about, like, grinding this for hours to try to get, like, his whole set, and I've accidentally done it before I even get the Covenant requirement. Like, all right. Like I said, if we can get a repeat Berserker blade, I might sit and grind the necessary Titanite and everything else that we need to go ahead and dual wield that. That's a decent spike. Let's see if he's there. All right. All right, Mad Warrior. Yay! I believe this is 16. I think the last time I just caught him with some, like, counter damage. All right. Return to last bonfire. Like I said, I wish I was better at PvP in this game, because we would have a couple extra invasions worth of items. Plus, if you beat actual players invading here, you get Titanite chunks, which is interestingly one of the things we would need to grind for should we want to go that route. But now we're hovering around 490. Why it dropped so much, I couldn't tell you. All right. Back on my bullshit. Okay, that's a spike from where we were. That's like a solid 10, 12 megs. I should be holding B. I don't know why I'm not. All right. So yeah, I do think having the item discovery stuff does make him spawn more, which is crazy that it works like that. Okay. Adios, my friend. And we're back. Oh. Okay. Okay, now we're at like 500, and it just dipped back below 500, so like, who knows? All right. And we're dipping. And we're dipping. Jamiroquai. All right. Nope. Okay. Yeah, we're just kind of hovering around like the 480s. So, said if we peak into the 490s or closer to 5, we'll probably run up there. I mean, that is a pretty distinct peak into the 490s, so. Let's see. I mean, worst case scenario, I'm wrong, right? Okay. Wee. Hey. All right, buddy. And I'm just gonna need you to do that like 14 more times, and then we're good. Ooh, sick dodge, bro. So proud of you. So now a part of me does really want his leggings just so we can have the complete set, because that's hilarious. I'm gonna say, if I get his whole set and we get 2 Berserker blades, I'll cosplay him in New Game Plus for sure. So, okay, back to the grind. Like I said, at least now we know the rhythm, we know what we're looking for. This just became so much simpler than it was on Thursday when I was just kind of doing this blind. And like I said, I set it up so that y'all can see Task Manager, which is fun. That's still like low 480s. Ooh-wee. Oops. Here we go. I'm gonna slide the Task Manager up to the top right so that should alerts come through, people can, you know, see them. Okay. We're still hanging out around 490. Nope. Dipping. Okay, so now we're climbing down. Like the 480s. Hey, you know, it's, what's the difference, really? Both of them have, like, a soul-crushing amount of minutia and implication to them. Nope. There we go. Do we want to count that as a... Yeah. You know what? I'm willing to run up and look. Like I said, again, worst case scenario, we're wrong. I also am now looking at it through OBS rather than on the thing, so that's probably not for the better. Yeah, we were wrong about it that time. That's fine. All right. Okay. Okay. Now we're in the 430s. Don't know what that's about. Here, let me... So I can... Mostly so that I can see it clearer, because it's a little bit smaller on OBS than it would be on my actual screen. Here, well, I guess it doesn't need to be wider, per se. Cool. All right, well, 430. 435. Wow. Yeah, that does not indicate to me. Like I said, we've only got to do this like 14 more times. So, I mean, like I said, at least with grinding enemies, it's not quite as obnoxious. Do the Falconers only drop the sunlight medals if you're in the Brilliant Covenant? That's a spike. Okay. I just realized I didn't actually look that up. I hope not, or else they're going to run out of respawns before we get the items we need, let's be honest. Hey, buddy. Happy you can join us. There we go. And... Oh, good dodge. We're all very proud of you. No items. All right. I suppose the next time I come up here, I should probably talk to What's-His-Face and see if we at least got rank 2. But I think that's only 17 and we need 30. So at least we're more than halfway now. All right. Chilling at like 440 again. Okay. I think that constitutes a spike. Again, if I'm wrong, worst case scenario, we warp back. Okay. Run, please. Thank you. It did constitute a spike. Still no item drops. Come on, man. Give me the last bit of the set. That's all I want. That and for you to appear at least 12 more times. Oh, we must be getting invaded. Well, let's go ahead and do what we must, because we can. Oh, you bastard. I was trying to say hello. You are just very uncool, my friend. Well. Okay, good. Covenant doesn't matter. Thank you. That is very helpful. Okay. Well, then that means we're good to just do whatever. That person was not very kind when it came to PvP. I'm used to at least people doing an emote or something. Mean. Oh well. Whatever. We got the one more kill we needed, so it's fine. Like I said, we'll win one of these PvP fights eventually. Would you say that constitutes a spike? Once again, I'm willing to risk it. Just because we were at like 450 and then it popped up to like 457. So, call it there. No, we have not leveled the things. Alright. That did not constitute a spike, but at least we get to get our souls back, so. Right, I agree. Like, there should be a, hey, if you're gonna invade places, at least be cool about it. Like, if you're signing up to play online, it should be like, hey, here's just some, like, general expectations people are gonna have. Be cool about it. Okay. Chilling around 450. Back at it again with the white vans. So, the first time I ever heard that, like, Vine referenced, I didn't know that the white vans were shoes. I thought they were talking about serial killers. I was real misinformed on that, thankfully. Happy it was not about serial killers, but, you know. Oof. Alright. Come on. Be done. Thank you. Drop me an item. Come on. Whee. Alright. Let's see if it awkwardly stutters me out of using the feather again. Well, at least it didn't do it that time. Joy of joys. Okay. Let the game catch up for a second. Now we're back around like 430. Cool. Alright. And I mean, that is kind of a just demonstrable spike from where we were, but again, I just don't know. I don't know if it's trolling me or not. But I'm willing to waste my time. And waste our time we did. You know, every once in a while, when I'm grinding things in these games, I do think to myself, like, man, I could be, like, learning a skill. I could be, like, teaching myself something. But no. I am here. Time spent well is not time wasted. I haven't decided if this is time spent well yet or not. Okay. Okay, so we are kind of honed in. Okay, I would call that a pretty decent spike. Hopefully that means he's here. Maybe a bit of both. I'm fine with wasting my time, you know, playing a little Dark Souls 2. Why not? At least I'm not, you know, playing solitaire with a deck of 51 or whatever that song said. Something about Captain Kangaroo. Leggings? Leggings! Oh my god, we got the whole set. Holy hell. Ugh, that's so stupid. We got the whole set before we finished grinding the thing for him. Well, I'm a man of my word. If we get the second Berserker Blade, I'm super willing to cosplay all of New Game Plus as the Mad Warrior. Oh, Lord. All right. Yep. I think this time we should try to talk to the guy, just because I think that might have been our 20th. I could be wrong, but I think it was. Okay, chilling around like 445, 450. Okay. Nope. If anything, we're trending down. All right. You know, I am shocked with how many invasions we've even had. Like, even the last time I was grinding this, we had a good, like, 3 or 4 invasions. And we've already had 2 tonight. So, like, and people say Dark Souls 2 is dead. All right, let's see if our friend is here. He is. Lovely. Much appreciated, Mad Warrior. Second Berserker Blade? Nope, no item that time. All right. Let's go talk to What's-His-Face and see if that's our 20th. And we're getting invaded. Lovely. Let's buff. Now the question is, do we be nice to people? Hello? Oh, it's the same guy. So no, in short. Oh, no. This is the guy who was doing the... Sorry, man. Let you do the whole thing. All right, now we're back in it. Yeah, avoid this. All right. Damn it. Yeah, his hits hurt way more than mine. I don't know what you're aiming for, my guy. But I hope you get what you need. It's a pleasure having you invade, because at least you're chill. Let's see if we get another repeat. I'm willing to bet we might see our friend again. Yeah, like one of... Who'd have thought we'd see him more than once? I think Dark Hail may be just the wrong idea. Let's put on Dark Fog and see what that does for us. Alrighty. And so we're kind of cruising at like an even 430. 433, somewhere in there. I think I'd be comfortable calling that a thing. Plus I wanted to go talk to the did you ring the bell? That guy? This guy. See, I don't know if you actually get anything at 20. I can't remember. I looked it up, but I don't remember. Okay. Well, like I said, convenient time to get our souls back. So I think the actual carry-through rate for our memory at the bonfire is like 440. I don't know why it spiked up as high as it did a little bit ago and why it dips so low sometimes, but okay. Yeah, and see, we chill back around 440. Okay. Or do we? Because that looks like again, the same kind of spike. And then it dips back down. I'm not gonna trust it. I'm just gonna sit. We're gonna hope for greener pastures. It's just not super worth it. See, that I'm more likely to trust. Okay. Take a risk. Let's go. See, in true honorable PvP, I don't even have healing items available until I, like, swap over. Okay, yeah, that was a huge waste of time. Lovely. Any chance we could get another PvP fight? Come on. No, alright. Well, alas. I kind of would rather fight the Dragon Tooth guy, at least knows what he's doing. That's fun. Okay. So we do clearly need a bigger spike than what we were seeing a second ago, so that's fine. Again, I don't know if it's just Dark Souls 2 settling in or what. So I will say Dark Souls 2, the magic system is a lot more forgiving and there's more variety, but the resistances to certain magics are really weird. Like, because of all the environmental stuff, like, stuff that you would think would be weak to fire isn't, and so it is something you can, like, just brute force, but as is tradition, like, once you go into the DLCs, it's all kind of a wash. But, like, I mean, I've enjoyed it, and actually having, like, hexes and everything is super fun. It's just, I don't know how tenable it is in the DLCs as much. Like, I mean, as always, if you put enough levels and strength into something, you'll deal damage, you can get through things, but it is, in its own way, it's an uphill battle, I suppose. All right, settle back down to like 440. Give it a second to catch up. Because admittedly, I think Dark Souls 3 is the least amenable to magic. I think Dark Souls 2 has, like, fun things about it for magic builds, and then Dark Souls 1, you just feel like a god. Like, once you hit a certain point with magic, you're just like, oh, this game is made for children. Got it. That was a really big dip. Like I said, I would just assume our carrying weight's around, like, 440, but alas, this game is really inconsistent with the amount of memory that it actually uses. Yeah, see, I just don't trust it being around 440. I imagine that's just normal. Yep. Nope. Huge dip. Alright. Wow, huge dip again. Are we despawning, like, that much stuff? And I guess more accurately, is it spawning in that much stuff whenever we, like, don't sit down at the bonfire? Like, that's so weird. All right. So now we're down to the 420s. But I genuinely just don't understand how much memory this game requires. Like, it's all over the place. That's very weird. All right. Well, seem to be in a bit of a hook here. Yeah, I think we said again, just because I don't know how much I trust that. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, it genuinely is just one of those things. Like, if you put levels and, like, upgrades into anything, like, you can, as long as you can deal damage to the boss, you can beat the boss. It's just, the more damage you can deal, the less opportunity you have to make mistakes, I guess is how I usually see it. Dude, okay, this is the third time we've come up here and not seen anything. That is mildly a bummer. Like, I don't know how much, like, YouTube Dark Souls content you consume, but, like, Lemon's, like, one-shot challenge videos were, like, super interesting for Dark Souls 1, and I've seen a couple people try to do it in Dark Souls 2, and it's just kind of not possible in Dark Souls 2. But, like, that kind of content is just super interesting to me personally. And, like, I really like Press Continues videos, and, like, because he does, like, really niche, specific, and difficult challenges. And then there are more of, like, the like glitch purveyors, like Dark Baron's Castle and like those kind of guys. Like, huge fans of their content. Like, huge fan of their content. Like, love that kind of stuff. Dude, I just, like, I don't even know what we're looking at right now. Like, I don't know why it's dipped so low. Like, we had a good flow going, and now it's, like, so low that I can't tell what's just the game spiking and what's the guy spawning in. Which is really annoying. I mean, I guess we're just gonna hang out until we hit like the 450s. Oh, Lord. I love playing video games. It's a joy. Oh, yeah, I haven't checked that out. I'll have to look into that. Babe 1, Babe 2. Because, like, I know Dark Souls 1 and 2 have some, like, notoriously bad hitboxes. And I'm sure that they're everywhere in the games, but I feel like Dark Souls 3 is a lot more polished, I guess. But like Dark Souls 1 and 2 definitely had some really suspicious hitboxes. And like Dark Souls 2, especially with like the adaptability system and everything, way more suspicious. Okay. We keep going farther and farther down. Like I said, I don't know what's the game just like figuring itself out, or what's the game telling me that the guy spawned in or not. Like, what the hell? You know, I'm willing to run up there and see. Okay. Yeah, we've kind of climbed back down to like 415. I'm wondering if he's even here. I assume not. Oh, there he is. Okay, good. Lord, Jesus. He has risen. And our boy's back. Okay, cool. Well, good. Well, fun. Let's go ahead and... This guy's like, this guy again? Really? All right. Ah, and he even buffed. Into you. Yes, I'm going to try to get you caught in a corner now. What the hell? Alright. That seems fair. That hit didn't even register. Super okay with that. Alright. And there's the spin to win. Oh, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, that's another reason why I like Dark Souls 1 as much as I do, because of the janky, like, ragdoll physics of everything. Like, they took it out in this game, and it bums me out. Because, like, you could really get some, like, janky stuff happening with, like, the animations of what are supposed to be inanimate objects. Alright. Hovering around 430 again. Chilling out back near 420. And we're back down here. Okay. Like I said, I do not know what the actual, like, rate is for this area and why it's being so weird. I mean, like, that seems like it would be from, like, what happened last time to now. Ugh, Lord. Here, let's try to talk to him again. Nope. He's still crazy. No demonstrable change. Let's grab our souls. Our guy has invaded, or has spawned in, which is lovely. Cool. Thank you for being here. Thank you for playing. Come back and see us. No second Berserker Blade. Like I said, if it happens, super willing to cosplay. Okay. Let the game settle, I guess. I do need to, like, sit down and actually finish Elden Ring. Like, I just got so distracted by side quests that I ended up running around doing stuff that I guess was semi-unimportant. Realistically, I got, like, all the way to the academy where I know Ronnie's, like, the end of that boss, like, thing. And, like, I don't know, I think I also just got, like, frustrated with my build and was tired of finding things that didn't matter for it. And, like, wanted to respec, but you can't respec until after you beat Ronnie, and at that point I was already like, ugh. So at this point I should probably just start a new character. And it's like, I don't know if I have the patience for that unless I do it on stream. So who knows? Elden Ring content may be coming into your eyeballs from my stream at some point, but I'd also have to buy it on PC, so. And I don't really like streaming from my PlayStation. Like, it's necessary for Bloodborne because we're still waiting on that to happen, but okay. See, I don't know if I trust that. Maybe that was him spawning in. I just don't know. Let's let this chug back down. Alright. Well. I mean, I guess that's a pretty big spike from where we were. Yeah, admittedly, like, usually on my first runs through these games, I'll do, like, a strength faith build just because I like the paladin kind of builds. And in in Elden Ring, like, my second favorite kind of run is pyromancy runs, so I could kind of combine it. But I was still trying to do the faith thing, and I feel like, especially in where your, like, main goal is so unfocused, you really need to hone in on a build quickly. And so I think I just did myself a disservice and spread myself too thin. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to, because, I mean, one way or another, Elden Ring is a really cool and interesting game, and I like FromSoft, but like I said, I've got lots of content and stuff I can squeeze out of the original series first. I still haven't actually beaten Sekiro, so, like, that's also on the docket. Who knows? But for right now, I'm quite content playing Dark Souls. Like I said, I just really want them to make Bloodborne PC happen. If only because I want to see people mod it to, like, you know, shore up the inconsistencies and then add new content, because that's going to be insane. Like, people who love Bloodborne really love Bloodborne, and the mod community is so limited because it's only people who have the ability to, like, A, own a PlayStation, B, own the game, or C, have a PS5 and have, like, a membership to be back, like, to have the access to the whatever version is, like, downloadable, being, like, a member of PlayStation's membership thing. And then they'd have to have like the willingness and knowledge to know how to like mess with the code of the game itself. And like, it's just so limited, and it's such a bummer because that game is such a masterpiece. Again, a flawed masterpiece. There are definitely things wrong with it, but that doesn't make it less cool. No item yet again. All right. Yeah, I think I got through like the first, like I really got to like the first mini boss. Like I did not make it very far, and not for lack of trying. I just gave up because I had to go do something, and then I just didn't pick it back up for whatever reason. It didn't like grab me the same way, I guess, and that's on me. I recognize that because again, of the FromSoft games, it is kind of the most linear. So like in my head, that means it's probably a good one for me to play because I kind of like the linearity of like Dark Souls 2 and 3, and I mean to some degree Dark Souls 1, but it's just one of those things like I'll come back to it, and now it's like I've owned that game for like 2 years and haven't picked it back up, so you know. But again, it's on my PlayStation. I just don't play on my PlayStation a whole lot anymore, except to play Bloodborne. And so like, but yeah, it's a huge travesty that Bloodborne hasn't had like a full PC release at this point. Like, just the amount of people who are being kept out of like the experience sucks so hard. And like PS4 emulation isn't gonna get to a point where it's like viable as a way to play it, you know, nod of pirate hat, but it's just, it's where we're ways off from that actually being viable. So a man can dream. I don't know, I would just like to be able to play Bloodborne with like my whole stream set up. That's honestly what I want it for. But I imagine there's probably a way to run like a virtual machine that accesses my PS5 if it's running. It's just I'm not tech savvy enough to set that up. Like I know a decent amount of tech stuff, but like it's that classic honors kid where I'm good at like a varied like list of things, but like my actual talent in any of them is pretty minor. Yeah, like it looks super cool. It looks kind of like a spiritual successor to Bloodborne, and I really don't want to buy a Switch 2. It looks, I mean, don't get me wrong, I probably will because I have bought every Zelda game ever at this point, and like I also have like all basic, actually I guess I don't have Scarlet or Violet, but I've got pretty much most of the Pokemon games, and like I don't want to like not play them, but yeah, the Switch 2 just looks exorbitant. Like ugh. Okay, that actually probably was a spike, but like I said, I would rather not risk it just because it is quite a chunk of time to run up there. Yeah, man, we're still just coasting down, which is like really annoying because it makes it hard to keep track of when an actual spike happens. Like, come on, video game. Yep. Alright. Like I said, I would assume we need to spike in like the 430s to reliably assume he showed up. Yeah, I mean, that seems fairly rudimentary. Like, a lot of people I know that have, like, that were like, I'm going to buy a Switch just because, like, I want to get back into gaming. Like, bought, like, the couple of games they were like, woo, and then played those for a little while and then just, like, never stuck with the hobby. And it's like, gaming is so much more than, like, the couple of games you remember playing when you were a kid, just updated. Like, expand your horizons a bit. But I feel like people who bought into Nintendo get kind of pigeonholed because there's only like so many like specific games that are like that, and it's kind of a bummer. Like, I actually have never played Odyssey myself, but like I bought, or well, actually, my wife bought a Switch. She did the smart thing where for like a year or two, she just asked for like Target gift cards, and then like everyone gave her like, oh, here's $20 to Target or whatever. She ended up with like $300 to Target and just bought a Switch. And so she got the Switch so she could play Animal Crossing. And that's actually how we ended up playing like Stardew Valley, which I've got some content on the channel about, and some other stuff. So like, she definitely got her vibes out of it. But like, I mean, again, we live together, so like I have some games on there too. It's how I played Shovel Knight, actually, and like love Shovel Knight. And then like I got Breath of the Wild and got really deep into Breath of the Wild for a while. But I don't know, I've also like, I just haven't played Tears of the Kingdom that much. I own it, I just haven't played it a whole lot. All right, that's a spike. But yeah, I need to play Odyssey, and obviously like I got Smash and played the hell out of Smash. But I actually ended up giving my copy of Smash to my nephew because he's 7 and like I want to play video games, and I was like, this is a good one. I don't know why I'm doing this through OBS. Ooh, the first hit he's landed on us because I'm an idiot and don't have my staff out. There we go. No items. Ah. Okay, so that is the sorcery we needed. Good Lord. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, if anything, it kind of harkens back to the good old days of Blockbuster and all that, where you could just like rent a game, because it was like, I don't know if I want to keep this. Like I kind of miss the old like game rental services like GameFly and stuff like that. Like, but yeah, hell yeah, we finally got the sorcery we needed. Now we can never come back here if we don't want to. Okay. Well, you know what that means. On to grind other things. But here, I mean, we have a decent amount of souls, so that means we can close out a task manager. Glorious day. All right, let's close out a task manager. Delete that window as an option in OBS because I will forget about it, and it will freak me out later. I'll be like, why did I do this? How do I get rid of you? There we go. Yes, I would like to remove window capture. Lovely. All right. Well, might as well bear seek last while we can. Or bear until, but still. I know. Taskman. Now we have to actually just watch Dark Souls 2. Ugh. Does this actually up my Dark Venus? It does. We will put a level into Dark Venus. Thanks, Moody Green Lady. Okay, so it's 38k to level up. Do I even have a bunch of like whatevers? Nope. Okay, cool. Well, but yeah, let's see how our cosplay looks really quick, because it is hilarious that we got this whole set. Like, that's just amazing. Are these his leggings? Yeah. And then the Berserker blade, which is here. Oh yeah, I had a chime equipped briefly. I did not mean to take you off. I kind of need my bow and arrow. I mean, and kind of is the important term there, but let's throw the black steel katana just because I guess it's kind of the closest. Man, the Berserker Blade's actually like a remarkably short katana. Solid cosplay thus far. We're too heavy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's that version. My message has been rated. Sure. All right, well, let's get back on our seeking items. I actually don't think there's a... I don't think there's a body armor that helps you find items, right? Let's see. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'll put back on our casual drip. And actually, I think I sold the things that would ordinarily give us, because it's the prisoners whatever that gives it. Right? I should go back. And then, that because I'm bad at PvP, it'll actually help them, because they'll get, it counts as an invasion. Oh yeah, that's the engraved gauntlets. Okay. Yep, I guess we'll just put on the jester's gloves. And then, yeah, none of the pants do, so. What pants were we wearing? I think we were wearing the tights of judgment. No, I think we were wearing the... Were we wearing the pants? I feel like we were wearing the Hexer's boots, but I could be wrong. I guess we were wearing the pants. Yes, we were, because I remember wearing the, like, skirt. I suppose you should switch my weapons back as well. Actually, we're annoyingly close with Dark Drift. Dude, this thing is so heavy. Wow, that is a heavy katana. Manslayer. Butosai, the Manslayer. There's my rapier. Alright, well now we can take this stupid piece of shit off. Put back on the Ring of Binding, I guess. Okay, and then we will put... I don't remember how long the rusted coins actually, like, stay in your thing. Oh, yeah, no, like... you can definitely get, like, locked into just, like, blocking and not dodging at all until, like, you, like, truly see the actual power of dodging. Like, it's a whole thing. I remember the Four Kings was the first boss where I was like, oh, I have to dodge or else I'm gonna die. Okay. Well, time to see if Dark Orb is just as OP. I think the best place to grind the knights, just because there are 5 of them relatively close to that bonfire, is the Shaded Woods. So we will go to the Ruined Fork. But I also, like, again, my first Souls game was technically Bloodborne. And, like, you have to dodge or you die. Look at this goofy run cycle. I didn't use my rusted coin, so I'm probably not going to get... That deals so much damage. That is not cool. Dear Lord. I mean, dying is one way to reset to the bonfire. Alright, bro. This goofy ass run cycle. That is depressing. Alright. This is gonna be a fun loop. I don't know how he shot 2 arrows, but he did. Cool. No one dropped me anything. Cool. Well, guess I'm gonna go fishing. Oh, great. All right. Let's see. How is there like an entry for item discovery over here that I've just never really looked for? Cast speed. Yep. I don't think item discovery would be in here. That's all weapons stuff. Yep. Don't need any of that. That's all physical defense and stuff. Dark Venus. The magic Venus. Hey, you know, I mean, whatever gets you into the game, I guess. Is there player info, maybe? Your sin level. Yeah, I was about to say, this is just stats. I know in Dark Souls 1, it's just like there, right? Like... Nope. Alright, well. Is item discovery just like a hidden stat in this game? Because that's quite possible. Let's crack a rusted coin. Alright. Item discovery further up. Real uncool that he shoots 2 arrows at a time. Dogs are angry for some reason. He dropped something. I'm gonna end up with so many sets of Falconer's armor, aren't I? Alright. Come on, bro. Ah! I look away for 1 second and you decide to be all up in my grill. Alright. Sunlight metal? Sunlight metal! Wee! How many do I need? I need like 30, right? I think I need 30, if I recall. Probably should check that out really quick before I get too deep in here. We got 1 sunlight metal. We... Here, while that's freaking out, we'll double check that just because I'm not 1000% sure. My Dark Souls 2 tabs. Yep, Heirs of the Sun. Yeah, it's 30. Okay. That's not terrible. It's fine. That's not terrible. I think we've actually got a... That's not what I wanted to do, but that's fine. Yeah, and I don't know how long the item discovery lasts or if it resets whenever you go back to the thing, but hopefully it's a decent amount of time and not... Oh, well, at least we got some counter damage. That's cool. Did not mean to use a rock, but it's fine. Not like we're not grinding for shit anyway. There we go. Nothing. Lovely. Okay. And then our guy over there, who's gonna not silly walk at us. Look at him. There we go. He did not give us anything of use, which is a bummer. Twofer. Falconer's gloves. Like I said, we're gonna end up with a lot of those, aren't we? Well. Okay. I guess I should look and see how many medals I have, because we could be here a while. I have 2. Awesome. Great. However, I do believe these are the only, like, Covenant things you have to grind for. I think everything else is... I think everything else, I didn't mean to use a rock, I meant to just drink an Estus. You know what? We're gonna post up on you, boy. If it's gonna take stabs anyway, we might as well run for it. All right, come on, dork. Thank you, inconsistent rapier hitbox. I appreciate it. Okay, and then hello, Falconer boots, the Golden Falcon shield. Yep. Awesome. Great. Does being human affect this at all, I wonder? Huh. Because there's not any other just like flat buff kind of ring, right? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think there are any other rings that like affect your actual thing, so I don't know how much better it is to run that, but does being human affect your item discovery the way it does in Dark Souls 1? I wonder. Again, I don't really have like a dedicated way to check. So here, I wonder. Yeah. I'm not even 1,000% sure what those mean. Like I said, I don't even know how to look at your item discovery in this, so you'd think it would just be a stat that was available, but it's not. Because it's not under player info. Dark Souls 2, gotta make stuff complicated. Yeah. So my only indication are the couple of things beneath my health bar. God, y'all suck. I guess shortening my casting time would be better. Since I'm planning on being human at this point, I guess. Nope. Alright. Here. Yeah, like I said, I guess it's better. Sure. Alright. Like I said, at least now we're playing the game. It's not me standing and sitting at a bonfire over and over and over again. Item. Whoa, sir. Nobody asked you. Item. Falconer armor. Dork. Item. Nah. Alright. Well, we have found literally one. Okay. I should probably actually sit at the bonfire and not be an idiot. Okay. Alright. Oh, isn't there a shield you can wear that ups your item discovery? Here, it's not like I'm necessarily gonna be imbuing my weapon either way, so here. I think it's the Watch Dragon. No. Did I sell it? I swear if I sold it. I might have sold it. Oops. Phoenix Parma. Yeah, I might have totally sold it. Oops. So I think I got it, but I think I sold it. Let's see. Yeah, because none of those make a difference. Well, this is a huge bummer. All right. Do I have the strength? No. I have the strength to wield this shield, weirdly. All right, well, in that case, then I will go back to just having it on this hand. I'll put my bow and arrow in this one. Do I have a better bow I can use now that I have a much higher dex? The Bellkeeper bow does deal slightly more damage, even with my lightning short bow being +1. But deals lightning damage, so I would need 20 strength to use the Alon Great Bow. But that, I would assume, requires... Yeah, it's like all hats. Like I said, there's like a random shield, there's one arm piece, but I didn't know about that at the beginning, and I sold them all to Gavlon, so... Ow. Jerk. I guess it's because they don't want you to be able to stack a ton of item discovery, because there is kind of like a max. So like after a certain point, it doesn't do anything. Because I think like in Dark Souls 1, the max is 400. Bro. We need you to chill out, please. And drop me an item? You're the only one who hasn't dropped me anything, my guy. You could be cool. I'd appreciate it. He dropped me something at least. Dude, just take this like a champ, please. Thank you. We appreciate it. Not a sunlight medal. Good lord. Oh, we're gonna be here forever. Like I said, it was watch me be bad at completing this game. This is part of it. Oh my god. At least our casting speed is hella fast. Alright, dog. Item? No item. Alright, you were just getting up on, because, like, quit being a dick. Item? No item. Okay, so I think the rusted coin may reset every time, which is kind of a huge bummer. Item? No item. I didn't mean to hit that button, but here we are. He's like, I was just coming to say hi. Killing the falconers is going to take a very long time. Hey, you know, watch me be adequately good at video games was not a good enough channel title, admittedly. Like, especially, like, admittedly, like, Dark Souls and that kind of stuff, I'm, like, it's more that I've just played them enough. I wouldn't say I'm, like, good at them, but, like, watch me be okay at video games is kind of a boring title. If people are like, hey, he might be bad at this, it's kind of funny. So, I apologize for the scam, but I hope you enjoyed the content anyway. Alrighty. Get out of here. Wanted to put some finesse on him. For no reason, apparently. Oh, and this is with that stupid coin. Coin. Coin! Where my Scooby-Doo head's at. Ooh. Man, I haven't been parried in a while. Well, you just bought yourself the express trip to Dark Orb Town. There we go. Whoa. Item? Nope. Where were those curve shots going, my guy? Dude, and this was with me cracking a coin. Lord. Look at him. Just sitting down there. This is just retribution at this point. Let's see how far Dark Fog can go. I actually don't think those dudes can be poisoned. Oh, they can. Wow, weird. All right. Usually enemies that deal poison can't be poisoned. But, you know. I also just really don't like those dudes, so. Oh, we got the twofer. Look at them. Well, they're not going to make it, so. This does feel spiteful now, but like I said, makes me happy. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to stay sane. Would it be better to farm at the Seldora stuff? Man. Oh, hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, that was, I think that was our 4th stream. This is now number 11. So, like, it's been a minute. But, yeah, I'm not super great at the whole spatial awareness thing in these games and will die to gravity fairly regularly for completely stupid reasons, to be honest. Yeah, I like, if this just ends up being truly annoying, I might go grind a little bit in Brightstone Seldora, just because at least it's different, but we are just not finding anything. Like, this is such a bummer. Good Lord. We have found one emblem and, like, what? This is now our, like, 5th respawn of everybody? Like, this is brutal. At least these dudes are idiots. Like, no item drops at all. Like, good Lord. Okay. Fucking rough. Okay. Yeah, right? I used all the luck in that first hour and a half when we were grinding the Mad Warrior. You know, I think just to switch it up, because I think there are just more dudes, we might go look into Brightstone Cove. Yeah, it would be the Royal Army campsite. There are technically more of these dudes there, so I guess it's just more opportunity for it to drop. That being said, I feel like it's a lot less of a contained and linear area, so I'm more likely to get ganked, but, you know, one way to find out. Whoa, okay. Not cool that those dudes can parry. All right. Ow. Viciously uncool of you, sir. Drink. Annoyingly. At least that one's done. Well. 0 for 3. Oh, good gourd. Yeah, I was about to say there's a dude in here. Wow, okay, just not gonna let me get the backstab on that. Super cool. Hello? I mean, I deserved that one, admittedly. Like, good lord. Okay. That is a falconer's helm. That is not what we're looking for. Oh my god. Oh yeah, the pigs. Dude, these are some hardy pigs. Nice headshot. Be a shame if someone farted on it. Why I chose to do that way is kind of a mystery to even me. No items. Ow, that was stupid. Especially with all these pigs around. Let's not take unnecessary risks. Oh. Well, I mean, I hate to leave this guy just over here, right? It certainly would be a shame if you caught a Darklurker in the face. Like I said, this area has more guys, but it's also more annoying to run through, and there are other enemies here. So, like, that's the downside. Lovely. All right. Okay. Here, I want to test something. Because, again, if you look at the stuff under my health bar and stuff, it's... And once I use that, does it change anything up there? Don't think so. Yep, no increased item discovery. Okay. I guess we'll go at this the way I usually do it, just because... Dude, stuff having the HP buff from being in this Covenant, like, is no joke. Like, it's an extra, like, 25%. Like, it's a decent amount of extra HP. Ah, one of them did lock on. Yep, no item. Come on, Wiggly dude. You dingus. What the hell? Let's die to pigs. Lord. Ah. Maybe I should have come in here and reset the respawns on the pigs first. Not killed anyone else, just the pigs. Right? Like, here is the embodiment of my evil. Although I guess that means since we're doing it this way, it's not quite as necessary using magic. So we could probably just power through with just stabs. Although something I have wanted to try. Okay, at least it's 2 shots with a dark weapon. Let's see. Let's go take out this gentleman who is just going to let me walk right up to him, which I'm kind of cool with. All right. Still absolutely no items. That's wild to me. Okay. Somebody walking a dog outside, I would assume. All right. Back at it again. Cookie, honey. Cookie, honey, you're okay. Okay. Come on, ding dong. Ow. Dude, jeez. All right. Once again, no items. Love that. And again, this dude's just gonna like let me walk up behind him, which is just wild to me personally. Bad pig. The pig dropped something before the falconers did. Well, I guess that means we have something to give the crows in a minute. Did I aggro you guys or not? Like, hello? That was a real stupid and pointless time to heal. All right. What I meant to do was buff my weapon. So I hit the wrong button multiple times. Like, just so skilled. Just so Jozu up here. There we go. And again, 2 drops from the pigs. And not a single... Oh my god. Oh. I didn't think grinding this was going to be worse. But here we are. Oh my god. Alright. Get out of here. Nope. Radical. Alright. I'm trying to think where there are other falconers, because, like, again, don't get me wrong, it kind of doesn't matter, but I really don't want to do it in Things Betwixt, just because the bonfire you would have to use is, like, up and through, and it's a pain in the ass. Apparently, I could use a bonfire ascetic here, and it would up the item discovery, but I don't really want to. Not that I don't have enough bonfire ascetics, it's more that, like, that sounds like a lot, and I'm good. Like, I don't necessarily need these enemies to be more annoying, and they already are very annoying. Yeah, like, how are there's no way they expected you to get the drops you needed from these dudes without having the covenant that stops respawns. Or that doesn't cut out the respawn limit. There's no way. I mean, I guess that's why they put it in the game, but still, like... They know people like to play these games offline. Like, what were they thinking? Goodbye, pig. Oh my god. Get out of my way, please. Suck a chode, my guy. Oh. Oh. Yep. Yep. Awesome. We love that. Like I said, I just wish there was a way for us to see our, like, item discovery stat. That would be pretty great. Well, stamina recovery it is, I guess. Yep, I was going to say, it's bound to happen. I'm going to die to gravity if I have the opportunity to do so, so. Gravity! Oh yeah, and their little, like, stens show back up, too, because I died instead of... Okay. Okay. You can be done. Thank you, sir. I'll take some durability off our rapier, I guess. What the hell was that noise? It's real cool that they can attack and block at the same time. Love that. Dear Lord. Dark Souls 2, quit being Dark Souls 2, please. With the pigs and everything. What's weird is I think having the archers up on the towers actually makes them slightly easier to deal with. Dude, bob and weave out of these pigs. Like, good lord. They've been known to kill a man. Or a woman. You know, I'm not here to be sexist. You know what? I prefer you being up there. So, goodbye. You know, if it works, it works. Sir, I'm trying to get out of your tent. I just realized I have to break it, because if you dropped an item, it's up there, so. Ugh, how uncool. Oh yeah, no, we just straight up walked off a ledge. Yeah, like, they're just like, it's fine. And to be fair, there wasn't an item anyway. Like, I swear, was our item discovery just not... Like, does it not actually have an item discovery stat and I've just been being lied to? Because it's starting to feel that way. Good lord. Oh. That guy has the... No, okay. I was about to say, the guy has the... What covenant is it that has the sword that looks like Guts's from Berserk? I don't quite remember. Alright. Pine resin's, or like resin's still not strong enough to backstab a basic hollow in this area. Like, good lord. This game. Haha. Ahoy. Goodbye. Come face me down my hallway. It's in my hallway that's gonna get me killed, let's be honest. Because despite me using a thrusting weapon, I still can't poke forward without hitting a wall. Thanks, Dark Souls 2. You're the best, said no one. Yeah, if you kill a pig, it automatically sets your item discovery to 0. Oh, well, that's lovely. Yeah, it certainly feels that way. Like, this game's like, how dare you attack a pig? That's criminal. You deserve to go to prison. Alright. Buff up. Not even worth trying to backstab this guy. The peasant hat. An oddly useful item. What I find weird is that my staff is better at... Okay. No, that's fine. We just lost 60k. Because of... Yeah, I'm leaving Brightstone Cove, Seldora. Dear God. No, it's fine. Oh my God. Okay. Let's go back. It's like genuinely whatever. It's just ugh. Cookie. All right. We're back. to over here because the ganks, at least over here, like, they're so sectioned out, you don't get ganked. Like, at worst, you have to deal with a sword guy and an archer at the same time. It's also just a lot faster to clear through everything. Like, good lord. Like, if we're not going to find stuff, we might as well not find stuff and not die. Come on, you dork. I know you see me. Thank you. Be done. Still nothing. Cool. I swear, it set my item discovery to 0. I think you were right. Because, like, lord, how is this even possible? And again, I think we do this just for posterity because I hate these dudes. I love their low poly run cycle. It's super funny. Oh, they weren't in the fog long enough. Right? It's my favorite thing to get, to be honest. Like, nothing is God's bounty, I believe. All right. I swear to, like, do I need to run through here naked once just to see? Of course. Favorite thing in this game, trading hits with the Falconers. Didn't mean to use a gem. Still literally no items. How is this even possible? God, I don't want to have to go, like, actually help people with bosses. What is this, Dark Souls 1? Go away, please. Drop an item? Nope. Great. Oh, hey, he took it for his friend. Look at him. Being a good guy. Still absolutely no item drops. Not even normal stuff. Just straight nothing. What the hell? Okay. Because, like, further proof, I still only have 2 sunlight medals. Jeez, like, they're not a rare drop. I don't know why I'm just, like, getting hosed. But, like, to prove a point, literally nothing equipped. No buffs to speak of. I'm gonna say, is my Jester's cap broken? No. Okay. And we confirmed that there wasn't anything that actually buffs item discovery in, like, chest pieces. Yeah. And again, I don't believe I actually have anything that would boost anything in here except for casting speed and the engraved gauntlets, so. And then again, pants don't do anything aside from the Lion Mage skirt, so quite literally that is all that I have that can do anything. I know the work hook has a bunch of weird buffs, but I don't think it actually, like, does any... I think it just boosts stats. I don't think it boosts anything else. Huh. Plus 44, plus 51. Huh, it's only 4 behind. It's actually marginally close. Oh, I'm an idiot. Great. Yeah. Let's put on the prolapse shield. And our staff. And then put back on our rapier that I was stupid and swapped around by accident. Okay. Golden serpent ring. Silver serpent ring. Sure. Third dragon ring. And then did I have anything of actual... I think I had the clearstone ring. Like, who cares? I'm gonna put back on the ring of binding because I'm gonna keep dying. Clearly. Okay, there's that. There's that. Aged feather. Rusted coin. Yeah, I think the temporarily boosts luck, they mean temporary. Alright. Boost. Item discovery, hopefully. And then... Bubkiss. Wow. Okay. Super cool, my guy. Still nothing. Dude, like, at some point, this just becomes, like, demoralizing, right? Like, good lord. Nothing. What the hell? Don't know why that dude got poisoned, the other one didn't, but alright. Well, guess we'll go back. That dude dropped something, because of course. Alright, well, let's come to that fun point. Okay. Sorry, it's gonna glitch out for a second, but apparently these dudes can also drop sunlight metals, and it, like, at least smooth and silky stones are more fun than... are more fun. Let's see. The only issue is I'm trying to think of where there are a bunch of these dudes. I know where there are 2 of them. Or I guess I know where there are 3 of them, but, like, they're not convenient to get to. However, that is a much more interesting drop table, at least. All right, let's... Yeah, I genuinely think the game has just decided to be mad at me. That seems quite likely. Let's see. Sunlight. Metals. Yeah. Looks like I said. Random drop from Bane Diggers. Confirmed rare drop. Confirmed rare drop. And then supposedly in Shaded Woods and Seldora, they're not rare. It's just, you know, doing it. Jesus. Another easy way to farm these is to equip Soul of Peas and either Profound Soul or Promised Rock of Peace. Once you do it, warp to the first bonfire of Seldora, then come up to the fence and cast Profound Still or Profound Walk of Peace. The falconers will rush at you, and then you can cast Soul of Peace and easily kill the 3 closest falconers. Interesting. That seems really roundabout. Okay, item discovery. Okay, is a hidden stat in Dark Souls 2 that represents the rate at which you discover items. Normal stat displayed in Dark Souls was adjusted different factors like the items you wore, that you were human or hollow. Dark Souls 2, the amount of item discovery you have is hidden from view, but there are certain items that display that they increase your item discovery. To see full-scale list, or full-scale test here, the actual amount of item discovery, so we're wearing the Jester's cap. I mean, I guess we could go get the Symbol of Avarice, it's just, I don't want to have to go fight Ava and yet, just because, like, I kind of want to do it all at once. And I'm not 100% sure where the +2. Then I guess we need to look at the rusted coin to see how long it even lasts. And then burning bonfire aesthetics. Yeah, jeez. Okay. So the best stack possible is Symbol of Avarice, Covetous Surface Ring +2, Prisoners, Tatters, Watch Dragon, Parma, Rusted Coin, and Bonfire Intensity 8. Jesus. Okay. Yeah. These are dropped by, like, basic dudes, and there's no way I haven't sold this. Like, I've picked these up 1,000 times, and of course I've sold them all. Which is awesome. Okay. And the Watch Dragon Parma I've sold because I'm an idiot. So, because I got it forever ago and didn't put together that it actually did anything. That's on me. Okay. Where do you get the +3 one? From the Belfry Gargoyle in New Game Plus. Really, I mean, I guess I could help that out, I guess. Just like, ugh. Because we've got the one from Adgerold. And then how long do rusted coins last, I guess is my real question. Let's see, using this item will increase luck and item discovery by 100 points in addition to base 150 for 5 minutes. But does it? But does it? Effects do not stack if you use more than one at a time. Effects persist after quitting the menu or returning your character and after resting in a bonfire. Effects do not persist after dying or using a homeward bone, aged feather, since the area is reloaded. It should be noted that when used near an enemy, you can see a particle effect. Okay, so That's weird. But you can go sit at a bonfire and it'll come back. So I guess we should use rusted coins at Brightstone Cove. Awesome. Great. Is it worth it to go get the Symbol of Avarice? Like I said, that's a pretty minor side quest, so I guess we could run and do that. Dropped by a mimic found in Frozen Lamb Lois in a room next to the inner wall bonfire. I'm honestly probably better off just saying screw it and using bonfire aesthetics, which is super fun. So that's what we'll do, I guess. All right. Well, that means we are going back to the tedious way. Oh, back to Brightstone. Everyone's favorite. Here, let's burn one of our 28 bonfire aesthetics. Cool. What is done cannot be undone. I'm aware. Thank you. All right. Crack a coin. Get our health together. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and dark weapon. At least the items respawn. Well, everything except for the thing in the chest with the mimic. Oh, that's a big pig. That's a big pig. Big pig with a weird body hitbox. Oh, things are taking so many hits now. That hit didn't count for whatever reason. But alright. Dude, there are a lot of pigs here. That's not great for me. Hey, unnecessary that you would break that, sir. Okay. That seems like a lot. And of course it dropped something. A divine blessing. What the hell? Soul of a nameless soldier. Another divine blessing. Soul of a nameless soldier. Proud knight. Yep. Alright. Some lacerating arrows. That's clearly what we wanted. Okay, well at least we're dealing the same amount of damage to these dudes. Huh? Fuck. That's the first drop we've seen from them in a while, though. Get our, like, 300 souls back, I guess. Ow! Dear Lord. Those arrows hurt real bad now. Okay. Jesus. Alright, drink while we're up here really quick. Then shoot the pig. Just had a feeling that guy was going to shoot an arrow at me at that point. Smooth and silky stone. Meanwhile. At least the falconers are dumb. What the hell? What hit me? What caused damage to me? What in the world was that? Jeez. Seems fair. Oh my god. Well. Well. Okay. So this is going to be a lot. Does not bode well for New Game Plus. Put it that way. Ooh-wee. Alright. So those two big angry pigs just always here, or was that just blind luck on my part that they spawned in? Okay. Oh my god. Good lord. Alright. At least they're worth more souls now. Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, right? I love leaving a tent and dying immediately. That's a huge fun. Usually you only get that kind of fun when you're camping in bear country. Ugh. My good lord. Another smooth and silky stone. Like I said, at least we're going to have a lot to give to the crows at the end of stream. Jesus. Alright. We need to come break this down, like, immediately. So that he can't just snipe us the whole time. Also, did that pig just deal half my health? Because that's impressive, if not mildly horrifying. Jesus. We just backstabbed and actually dodged an attack. That doesn't happen often. That dude was just like, I'm gonna get in between you and the pig. Jesus. Alright. Well, I mean, I guess bonfire aesthetic enemies that were okay to kill me the first time anyway are just gonna be slightly stronger. So, well, that was a hoot. Is there a better way to go about doing this? Okay. I wonder. Can Darkfog get across you? Yes, apparently. Although they're poison. There we go. Is of course just a little bit too strong. And it's probably really tedious trying to dark fog these dudes to death because it looks like they have enough health to survive more than one poisoning. Which is just awesome. Okay, they don't. So at least that's something. No item drop. Because of course. Like I said, when the basic enemy of the area takes more hits to kill, not a good sign. What the hell? Do they have a hitbox when they rear back? Because that's really uncool. Dear Lord. This is brutal. This is like next level brutal. Lord. Alright, well. 5 hits. It'd be different if they dropped something like super worthwhile. Like, good Lord, man. Come on. Come at me. Am I going to need to wear the enemy poise ring so that I can make sure I at least stagger them out of their initial animations? What the actual fuck? And then he's stunting on us. Like, get out of here, man. Not cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like I said, this does not bode well for New Game Plus. It's just bullshit. I don't think I'm under leveled. Like I'm like I'm like level 167. Like don't get me wrong, by the end game you're probably hovering around like 200. So like maybe I'm a little under leveled, but like I did technically put this into New Game Plus territory because of the bonfire aesthetic, because it raises your item discovery. And I didn't think it was going to make that much of a difference, but it apparently did. Because these dudes are dealing like half my health bar with each hit, which is insane. Like it's not like I haven't leveled health at all. Like my health, like I think my health is at like level. I think I have 25, something like that. Like oof. Okay, we're gonna have to play this just really careful because, like, good lord. There's one, and he didn't even give me an item that was good. Jesus. At least they're dropping items. Like, holy shit. I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess if I'm not doing casting speed, I could probably be wearing better armor. That's real heavy. That's slightly heavier. It's not worth it for what it is. That's real heavy. As cool as that is, no. I mean, that's obviously the heaviest. No, no. I mean, we could really take it to the Fashion Souls area, but Ben Hart's armor, no. No. I mean, we did say he looked really cool. Nope. Is Vingarl's armor? Vingarl's armor is almost up there with, like... That's interesting. Oh, you actually have to have strength to wear armor in this game, which is just awesome. Good lord. All right. It's fine. Okay. Yeah, I forgot you have to actually have strength to wear certain armors in this game. Which is like, you know, real cool. I mean, the Mad Warrior gauntlets are kind of rad. Once again, you have to have strength to actually wear Havel's gloves, which is just really cool. Super happy that this game works like that. All right. Yeah, getting one-shotted by literally anything, I don't think that's going to help me. Yeah, we need to keep our carry weight low, though, so that I can still dodge roll. 42. Yeah, those are just... Creighton's leggings suck. Let's see. Those are slightly better. Dark leggings, sure. The tights of judgment. Once again, Havel's leggings that you have to have strength to wear. Wear cat boots. Really showing off. Alon night leggings would put us too far over. The peasant trousers. Trousers, commonly worn by peasants. Normal workwear, more fit for farming than fighting. Says you. And then the Faram boots. Yeah, I think this might be the best armor loadout we have right now. Yeah, I'm happy they didn't keep with that either. That's trash. I mean, I guess we could wear this Ring of Steel protection too, just for like absolute max damage absorption. Oh god, our roll distance is so low now. But like I said, if it keeps us alive for longer, I'll take it. All right. Yep, that is a real concerning amount of damage for that being a backstab. Okay. All right, bro. Well, that is definitely making a difference. And we're dead. Awesome. It made a difference until we got parried. Good lord. It's what I get for saying earlier that I was decent at video games. I think that's what it is. Being punished for even remotely claiming to be decent or even okay at these games. That's clearly what it has to be. Dude, I don't even know why I'm going for the backstab on that guy. It doesn't even take out half of his health anymore. Like, oh my god. Oh, because I didn't have the buff on. That would do it. But still. Good lord. Alright. Falconer, bro. Dude, fucking find me, my guy. Good lord. Find me in the Alps. Four hits. Okay. No item drops, but that's kind of fine. This is when things tend to go to shit for me for whatever reason, so we're gonna hang out here for a second. Did not mean to use that, but alright. Well, I mean, now it only takes exactly half our health bar. What the hell? Oh my god, dude. Get out of here, please. Jesus Christ, man. Well, he died, so at least that's something. He drop anything? No, the game doesn't like us that much. Dude, still have not seen a sunlight metal in minutes. Like, good lord, man. Yeah, you know, it's at least keeping me honest. I'll give it that. Still not a single sunlight metal from these assholes. Jesus, man. Get out of here, pig. Bad pig. Good God, man. Did not think going to New Game Plus in this area would be this bad. This is rough. Okay. We got one earlier. Like, we got a sunlight metal earlier. Dear God, dude. Well, I think we may have made this too difficult for ourselves at this particular juncture. Good Lord. This is brutal. Like, holy shit. Dark Souls 2, not holding back. All right, let's see if we can get him to actually aggro onto us from, you know, a reasonable distance. Come on, bro. Hey, at least we beat the first one without taking any damage. Holy shit. I'd call that an accomplishment at this point. All right, we're going to do this slightly more intelligently. There we go. Let him be an idiot because he's up there so he won't fall down and he's just going to be poisoned. Like I said, if the archers are what's killing me, let's take out the archers the fast way. My guy, are you okay? Look at this dude. He's just up there like posing. Like, are you okay? Is he dead? Like, what happened? Oh, great. One of his friends caught on. There we go. Nope. Is dude up there just doing the fentanyl fold? Like, is he okay? Yeah, you know. Oh my god. Like I said, they knew people played these games offline without, like, grinding for Covenant stuff. So, like, they put ways in here for people to be able to get the Covenant items you need. I feel like they may have turned the grind ratio way too high for this. This is a real rough grind for this item. Like, holy hell. Oh my god. You know, I'm just going to take that as karma for killing him. For killing the guy who was just clearly taking a break up there. I'd be mad at me too. I get it. Dude. Yeah, like, god, just half a health bar for, like, a really throwaway projectile is insane. Dude, I genuinely think you may be right. I don't think these things can actually drop anything at this point. Like, this is just a lot. Oh my god. And like I said, we're not under-leveled. I wouldn't say we're, like, over-leveled, but we're not, like, you know, kicking it down into nothing. Like, good lord. At least that one's gone. Oh, of course. Yep. Yeah, the fact that they also shoot 2 arrows at once, like... Jesus. Like, I used a bonfire aesthetic. So I'm going to finish... I'm going to clear out this area at least once. So that we can get the items that respawn. But, good lord. Oh, now I'm close enough to lock onto him. Cool. Okay. Lock onto him. Come on. Good lord. Thank you. Jeez, I'm crow. All right. Throw some bog at him. Okay, he's ticking. Great. But see, as you can see, I'm not the only one here doing this. Because, like, that was a symbol of avarice. Alright, piss that guy off. Actually, dark weapon. Jesus Christ, man. Okay. Now we can kind of just hang out, wait for that one to go. Okay, so the archers are gone. So that's something. What is happening with you guys? Okay. Oh, it's this guy. Okay, yeah, I don't care about you, my guy. You can live. This is bad enough. All right. Since we've had bad experiences going out that side of this tent. No item. That's fine. Fucking pig. Jesus, man. Once again, I deeply love that we've gotten more drops out of the pigs than we have the actual enemies we're grinding. Like, sweet, good God above. You took the Pope today. Could you at least give me something? Okay. You know, out of spite. For you. You deserve the poison like your brothers. Meanwhile, he did almost kill me, so. You know, that aside. Okay, literally the only thing that dropped anything were the pigs. There's some more Titanite, I guess. Good God, man. This was just rough. All right. I wonder, does the mimic in here actually drop another one of the... Let's see. I think I used arrows the last time I did this. So. Let's see, there's like a really specific angle and you could shoot into it and poison this mimic. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Shot him in the taint. Yeah, so that's what the bonfire aesthetic did in Dark Souls 2. If you use a bonfire aesthetic in a, oh God, in a specific area, it raises that area to New Game Plus. So, but it also raises item discovery. So I was like, cool, I will just use a bonfire aesthetic here to raise item discovery. And we'll just suck it up. It'll be fine. It has not been fine. It has been really rough. Holy hell. Because Jesus Christ. Still have not seen one sunlight medal. Which is just so brutal. Alright. There we go. Break the top of this well thing. Well, now would be the time for them to do it, I suppose. So that I don't lose the will to live. Pig! Ah, pig. Bad pig. Okay. Well, I'm happy we came here and lost 60k earlier before I even did that, so. That's on me. Yeah, they do give you another Staff of Wisdom. Interesting. Well, at least we cleared out this area. It only took 7 or 8 tries. Oh my god. Okay. Give it to him one more again. You know what, just because you've been mean to me, sir, I want you dead first. Feels reprehensible. The way you talk about women is reprehensible. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that is kind of the beauty of the New Game Plus, is that like they are worth way more souls. It's just, I think everything is worth like double, if I recall. But, good lord. It just means grinding this area is going to be real fun. Let's go see if our boy dropped an item. He did not. Lovely. Let's see if our boy dropped an item. He did not. All right. Well, hoot and holler. Let's get a backstab on this guy while we can, I guess. And then get out of here before the ganks show up. All right, ding dong, come on. No, you want to run at me. Okay. I mean, now that we have, like, a strat, at least, it's not quite so fucking hopeless. Because, like I said, the archers are just kind of dumb and will just stand in place. It's the everybody else. Dude. It dealt damage to me before it even started its animation. What the fuck? And of course, again, the pig dropped something. Oh my god, dude. This is... Baru'al. Baru'al. Dude, get out of here with those, like, high-powered arrows. Like, good lord. Oh, yeah. God. Just... Dark Souls 2 is got a lot of jank in it to begin with. I don't think it needed extra help, and this area is real janky. Alright. It also doesn't help that I'm in the Covenant of Champions. So, like, that is, like, an extra layer of difficulty to this. So, but you have to be in the Covenant of Champions, or else you, in Dark Souls 2, if you kill enemies a certain number of times, they don't respawn anymore, which is real great, you know, whenever you need them to respawn. I think I'm gonna Google something really quick. Like I said, at this point, we've only got 15 minutes of stream. And like you said, one drop of a sunlight metal per stream is concerning. So, like, Jesus. I think that means we need to go on a quest to increase our item discovery. Oh, yeah, with the most grinding. Because, of course, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they make it really, really difficult? Yeah. Here. I kind of want to see, is the only way you can get Sunlight Spear? Yeah, you can only get it from here. You can acquire this spell only once per character. New game cycles do not apply for Covenant rewards. 30 Sunlight Medals. Yep. And that means Wellager doesn't sell it. It's literally the only thing you can get from Chancellor Wellager on New Game Plus Plus is Wrath of the Gods is the one that we need. And Bountiful Sunlight. We've pretty much got everything else. Like, that's so obnoxious. Oh my god. Alright. Well, so that we don't feel like we sat here and did nothing for the second half of stream. I think with the last 10 minutes. Yeah, 28 streams later. Like, good lord. We will come back to this. I think we'll go run an errand really quick. Here. Something that I have been meaning to do. We need to go to the King's Gate. We will go do the last, like, main thing we need to do. Here, I need to put on the King's Ring, which is this one. And, yeah, I mean, I guess I'll go back to my normal ring layout. Did I take off Silver Servant Ring? I did. Okay. So whenever we finish getting through this door, I guess I should go sit at the bonfire rather than run down there with half health. We'll actually beat a boss so that we feel like we made some progress. Because good lord. Okay, and I think this is actually the last boss of the base game too. So, at least that's done. I probably shouldn't be in this covenant to do that. But oh well, we're here and it's already happening, so it'll be fine. Alright. For the longest walk to the final boss room in any game. I don't know. I mean, I guess realistically, the killing of the first flame is technically longer in Dark Souls 1, but at least there are enemies, so there's stuff to do. It's just, this is literally just running. Like, that's super stupid. Like, ugh. Alright. I'm still just in, like, total disbelief that, like, the drops of sunlight metals are that rare. Like, good lord. Like, we might be doing a summon stream, if that's going to be the case, because it'll be easier to wait for PvP to actually happen. Alright. Dark Weapon. Switch to the Stamina Shield. Let's go fight Thronewatcher and Defender. And then Nashi. Alright. I do find it easier to fight her first. Okay. we might actually need to switch back to our normal armor, too. How dare you, buff, ma'am? Alright. Well, she's at a reasonably low health, so kind of comfortable poking him. So yeah, the gimmick with these two, if you've never played this game, they will heal each other if you don't kill one or the other fast enough. Come on. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. All right. All right. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yep. Yeah, we need to switch back to our other armor so that we actually have, like, decent rolls. Good Lord. All right. Okay, let's be smart about this, I guess. Forgot that would be kind of a big factor, and I also didn't put on a better ring, so that's on me again. But that means that guy won't, like, defrost. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. Dark Souls 2 is super weird. It has a lot of, like, interesting stuff that they added, but it is super weird. But to be fair, that goes on sale on Steam fairly often, and the Scholar of the First Sin edition has all the DLCs, so it is just like a one and done, thankfully. Yeah, let's put on their fast casting stuff, because I get the feeling we might actually be casting a decent amount. I didn't sit back at the bonfire, but yeah, I mean, they definitely are the defining fights of the game, I feel, in a lot of ways. Like, I feel like this fight in particular really, like, hits some like speedrunners, especially, or like people trying to do, like, no hits and stuff like that. Like, this particular fight is actually fairly difficult. And obviously, like, Ornstein and Smo in Dark Souls 1 is super iconic. And, like, I mean, there are several in Dark Souls 3. So, like, that's kind of its own vibe, too. Okay, much better roll distance. However. Wow, I think I just got skunked. I didn't even deal damage to them. Oof. We don't take a whole lot more damage, which is kind of concerning. All right. Here, I'll just deal with the defrosting guy. That's fine. Or I guess you can just run to the left of him. That's fine, too. I don't think it's really at the point where I need to use another effigy. The slowest door in history. Thank you. Ugh. Like, I never thought I would miss the kiln of the first flame. That's a new one. My message has been rated. Rad. Like I said, I guess we're just on, like, a really active server. Like, that's interesting. Oh, come on, Dark Souls 2. Alright. Buff. Pick up our souls just because 20k is nothing to sneeze at. Ooh, don't fall in the pit. No, no. Don't fall in the pit. Okay, that's cool. Appreciate you. Alright, nerds, don't hide behind your shields. At least do something. Oh my god. Dude, my butt's gonna run out at this point. Lord. Super cool. Ow. What the hell? Jesus. The slowest animation in the world. Good lord. Oh. I could touch dragon remnants and go for a PvP fight. I don't want to, but we could. Alright. Let's be human. I appreciate it, thank you. Come on. Let's go, thank you. Ugh. Alright, let's be hydrated and in our lane. Don't die. Be a huge bummer to kill myself to gravity here. Wouldn't be the first time. I have accidentally totally walked off this, just not paying attention, being dumb, trying to get back to the fight. Okay. Okay. Alright. Buff. Switch your shield back. Get in and bring the thunder while we can. Come on, dorks. Be an idiot, take damage while trying to get our souls. That's cool. We'll drink really quick. Just to stay abreast on health. Nice. Like, if I'm gonna trade hits with you, I'm at least gonna trade hits. Dude, what the hell? Alright. Where's the other one? I guess we'll heal really quick. That probably wasn't the most advised thing in the world, but... Dude, they're being really aggressive. This is kind of shocking. I'm not used to them being this aggro. Ooh, clutch. All right. And then that hit me, because of course it did. We'll heal really quick. While they're just lore walking at me like idiots. Alright, Big Papa. Time for you to take some damage. Alright, buff's worn out. Come on, Santa Claus. Bring it down. No. Yeah, full buff. Like a full health rebuff. That's super uncool. Ow, God, dude, Jesus. I didn't know she had magic. That's uncool. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, clearly they're really mad about me calling them dorks. And they deserve it. They are dorks. What was that hitbox? That was the worst time in the world to heal. No, yeah, they fully heal each other. Yeah, it's real uncool. Like, good lord. Like I said, it doesn't help that I'm in this covenant. I don't think you can change your covenant from here. I'd have to go back to Majula, and I just don't care enough to do it. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's supposed to be like the last. Technically, it's the first of the. It's the first of 3 possible final bosses for this game. We want to get through 2 of the 3. Dude, let me through. Because you get special text if you beat the 3rd final boss with all of the DLCs completed. So that's technically what we're going for, but again, doing that. No, there's not a second phase. They didn't really start introducing like the full-blown like second phase until Dark Souls 3. I mean, the closest thing to like a second phase is like here at least, they buff their weapons and start using magic. Really, I think the most like iconic second phase boss in Dark Souls 2 is probably Fume Knight, because he switches from like a 2-handed moveset to a 1-handed moveset. But that's about as stark of a difference as you get, so. No, it's fine. You guys do what you gotta do. I'll be over here. This bitch. Oh my god, the ganks. And a boss fight. Wouldn't be Dark Souls 2 if there weren't ganks in the boss fights. Okay. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. That was stupid. That was very foolish. No reason to die. Drink. Ow. Good lord. Do something, please, Lord. Okay. You nerd. Just attack, Lord. Ow. God. She's like, it's my turn to get attacks in. Like, alright. Super cool. Love that for me. And now she's buffing her weapon because she's below half health. Kind of need y'all to chill out. What the hell was that hitbox? Super fair. Okay. Yeah, that was on me. That was just me being bad. All right. We'll drink really quick while they're kind of spaced out. Cool. Well, now he's poisoned at least. So that'll just be kind of consistent damage ticking. Okay, then we can focus down Watcher while we're doing this. What the fuck? Okay. Yep. Shit, dude. God damn. Dark Souls 2. Yeah, actually, this is probably the game that Poison is the most viable in. So much so that I'm probably being an idiot not taking more advantage of it, but, you know. Okay. Dude. Really not in the mood. Ah. What an asshole. Okay. Fuck you. What the fuck was that hitbox? There's the Emerald Herald just chilling out. Well timed, sir. Well, I got an Ostone for it. I mean, I don't necessarily need to summon. I can beat this boss. Meanwhile, Shanalot is here, which is weird.
The dragon. I was born by one, but I did not fate. If you knowing that.
Yep. We will do that shortly. Sure, just to get my... But so that's... These are what I'm talking about as far as like magic being slightly more viable. Because there are items that you can use to restore spell uses, which is pretty sweet, admittedly. So it's not kind of an all or nothing set, like what you have when you get up from the bonfire is what you have, period. It's a little bit more flexible, which I like. Yeah, so technically, anytime you summon, it ups the boss health to some degree. But yeah, I've heard that summoning for the DLCs, because they wanted it to be kind of like a fun, you and your friends fight a thing. So they were like, how do we make this last longer? Oh, make the boss pools crazy as hell. Okay. One more again. I dodged. That was very uncool. Would y'all pick a line? Here, before I die, prefer to, you know, at least pick up my 20k. Of course. Admittedly, I stared that one down, now didn't I? Don't know how that missed me, but it did. I'll take it. Oh yeah, when the summons die, and then you're just kind of stuck with a boss that has triple the health. Yeah, that's a Dark Souls classic right there. To be fair, I had the odds stacked against me for the beginning because I had to handle this fucking summon. So, I'll let myself be okay on that one. Okay. I wonder how much harder being in the Covenant is making this, to be honest. But yeah, if you get too close to that statue that's behind me, it'll like uncrustify and like come to life and attack you. That's why I always run to the left of this little room to get to this door that opens so slowly. I will say I do like the in Elden Ring. I like the ability to like summon like weird little like helper companion things, like the jellyfish that shoots poison, like that makes Margit way easier. Love him. Did have to look up that little tidbit, but super worth it. Okay. I am going to do it this time. Let's grab our souls so that I don't get distracted and kill myself. That counted as her blocking, which is just super fun for me. No, that's cool. You guys go ahead. Do what you gotta do. Good lord. Still not entirely sure why that keeps just completely missing me, but I'm super happy about it. No, it doesn't do any damage to them. Even though my weapon is buffed, and you would think because I have like a magic buff on my weapon it would do something, but it doesn't. This game isn't that cool. It doesn't like you that much. Because I don't think these things have poise that you could like stagger them or anything like that, so. Although I guess it does do something. I guess it deals like a modicum of damage because my weapon is buffed is my only reason to think that. Although that is another good thing about poison in this game, is that poison gets around shields. Come on, group back together. Shit. Ah. But yeah, if you hit their shields, it just doesn't hurt them. Although I guess because my weapon was buffed, it does do something. All right. Dude, I'm going to go get out of the Covenant. It's just, I think it's adding more difficulty than I'm willing to put up with. So, I at least want to get through Throne Watcher and Defender. We can start next stream with me killing Nishandra. But, like, hey, you're back. Okay. And another mildly annoying thing, like Dark Souls 1, you can abandon your Covenant kind of whenever you need to. However, here, you have to go through all this rigmarole, which is a pain in the ass. Okay. But the Covenant I was in that stops the stops the respawn limit also raises everything's health by about 25%. And I think it ups the aggro range on some enemies. I could be wrong about that, but needless to say, it doesn't make the game any easier. So, FromSoft was like, I heard you like a challenge. Here is a challenge. I'm also to punish people for grinding, I guess. Like, it's stuff does give you more souls whenever you're in that state. So, like, it does do something. But I was about to say, if you scroll back on some of my shorts and stuff from this game, I posted a short where it was just a death montage of one area because I was in this Covenant the whole time. Incorrectly so, and it just sucked. It sucked so hard. I died like 20 times in that area, and it was just unnecessary and brutal. But it was because I was in the Covenant of Champions, and everything was taking like an extra hit or two. And taking that extra hit, you know, drain on your stamina, drain on your ability to get out of the way. Just real brutal. Ugh, okay. I can't remember if it like actually ups the aggro range on enemies or if it makes them more aggressive. I can't remember. Oh, I mean, this will be quite the just fast forward through the parts where I don't find anything. And it just takes 12 years to do anything in this game to get any kind of item. Stab him in the butt. I don't know why I healed. That was very stupid of me. Now heal. Thank you. Now we heal. Now they're both going to buff their weapons. I'd like to get at least one more solid hit on you before I take down your friend. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Okay. I guess they do have a stagger state. Well, yeah, because I guess you can parry them, too. I'll heal really quick. There we go. See, got out of the Covenant, beat him first try. Like, out of the Covenant. Okay. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Brave undead. You've proven yourself to me. Ugh. Creepy bone lady. So the gimmick of her fight. Actually, funny enough, if I recall right, she can be poisoned. Which doesn't make any sense, but... So, oh. Well. Or I could not pay attention. And die. Let's never forget that that's an option. Alright. Let's pop this really quickly. And then, yep, gravity's gotta have its word, you know. And then there is a specific hood that we got earlier. Saint's Hood, Mask of Judgment. No, where is it? It's not. Is it the Black Witch Veil? Yeah. So the Black Witch Veil has like the highest curse resistance of anything in the game, and it just makes her gimmick not matter. So we're gonna use it. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I'll be live again on Thursday, probably grinding for the stupid medals. But yeah, I was about to say, thanks for dropping in. Get some sleep. Appreciate it. All right. You've been wildly helpful. Turtles are cool. I appreciate it very much. Okay. Let's go fight Nishandra so that we at least get like one achievement. Like, good lord. Alright. And then we'll homeward bone out of Aldia. Yeah, I know, Nishandra. Okay, I really don't want to lose out on all those souls. That would be really annoying, so... Here we go. Ooh. Oh. I don't think I've actually been hit by her scythe before. Whoops. At least we got our souls back. That's all I really cared about. All right. But yeah, as you can see, the curse does not matter when you wear this, so. I'm going to say I didn't accidentally get too close to that guy, right? Okay. So, I mean, the first death in the Chandra don't really count because that was to gravity and that was just me being dumb. The second one was totally just me being an idiot. So, I'm comfortable with that. Ooh-wee. Like, I just want to get another achievement. I don't really care that much about the epicness of fighting Nashandra or anything like that. Like, who cares? She's just kind of annoying. Okay. All right, Nashers. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not terribly concerned. Oh. The curse orbs do deal a slight amount of damage. That's problematic. How many times are willing to die to Nashandra? I guess is the real question. Like, it would be fine if it weren't the most annoying run back in the world. Like, God. It's just nothing. Like, it would be different if there was something on the way, or something to avoid, or something to really do. It's just walk to the left in this room, and then it's just a long walk. Like, if it was going to be like this, they could have just put a bonfire by the like, you weren't going to make a run back be a run back. You could have at least, you know, made it happen faster, I guess. Like, ugh. All right. Back at it again. I mean, I guess this is good practice for, like, managing your stamina. Because, like, you don't want to let it go all the way down. You want to get it as close to going all the way down as possible, and then let go, and then start running about the time it hits, like, the third mark, so that you get, like, as much value out of it as you can. Okay. All right, Nashies. Yeah, you and your whatevers. What the hell? Yep, that's on me. I just like watching her her attack wiggle. I think that's funny. What a nerd. Alright. Dude. Ugh. The fucking animation speed on the Estus Flask is such trash. Good lord. Alright. We're at 3.5 hours. I think this is my last attempt at Nashi. I've just, like, my brain is so fried. Like, I'm so out of it right now. Like, I just want this to be over. Go. Please open. Slowest door in the world. Please open. Thank you. Good Lord. All right. Ugh. And there's like just enough curve to this where you have to pay attention until you get down here. It's like, ugh, could we not? I let my stamina go too low that time. Because you can't run unless it like fully refills if you let it go all the way down. Real dumb. All right. Well, let's re-up. Enter the mist. Thank you. Alright, I need to be paying way more attention to my health bar, apparently. There we go. God, Deshandra. Alright. Oh, hey. Appreciate it, Recons. Many monarchs have come and gone. One drowned in poison, another succumbed to flame. Still another slumbers in a realm of ice. Not one of them stood here. Yeah, absolutely. I was about to say, I'll get on Discord after. You conquer adversities. Dude, you don't even get to plim plim plon, my guy. I don't think that's a worthwhile venture for you, my friend. Bye, Aldia. We'll deal with you later. All right. Back to Madular. Let's throw some levels down the hallway. Really quick, let's put back on the Hexer's hood.
Bearer of the Antilla.
Alrighty. I think that'll do for now. Okay. Let's see, I do kind of want to level up the Berserker Blade all the way. Just because it's really cool. We need more souls to do it. Or no, we need more Twinkling Titanite to do it. Bummer. And we still need chunks for that. Interesting. Do I have... I mean, it is a thing. make our gloves slightly better. Yeah, we don't have any more Titanite. That's fine. That's fine. We need twinkling Titanite for the Hexer's hood. Okay.
I'll be around.
If you make it fair. Shut up, you dork. Let's see. Here, we need to go put Malincia's kids through college. Lonely times, Caesar. There we go. Now we're good on life gems for a little while. Okay, let's go talk to Kale, because I think that was the last thing we needed to do for that achievement. And then we can go talk to Novlon, finish that up. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go.
I don't know. It seems that all the flames have
Been lit.
It makes me...
It's lit.
Wait. Who are you again? Fate brought us to take these.
Curious map. Lovely. So we at least got an achievement. So we did make some kind of progress this stream. All right, well, we got a bunch of smooth and silky stones. So let's cap this stream off the traditional way, huh? And that means we can go talk to Navlon, finish his quest, and then we can actually get, you know, the interesting sorceries and hexes and stuff. But in the meantime, and apparently the rusted coins affect what the crows give you, so I'm going to crack one, because why not? Even though luck and item discovery are totally hidden stats in this game. Let's go fly a kite. Let's go fly a kite. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. A bleed stone. Divine blessing. A magic stone. Soul of a proud knight. And a titanite chunk. We got one more titanite chunk in the bag. What's up? But yeah, like I said, that'll do it for tonight. It ran a little longer than I meant to anyway, but we had fun. Ugh, God. Yeah, I'm going to have to find a way to be okay with getting the sunlight medals, because like 30 of them to get sunlight spear is going to be a pain in the ass to grind from the falconers if it's going to take that long. But like I said, come check me out Thursday. We'll keep going. 6:30, 9:30, and then Sundays should be back in effect. Like I said, we'll play Balatro, or we might even keep grinding, just depending on what I'm feeling on Sunday. We'll see what shakes out. But follow me on socials, watchmebebadat, so that you can see what I'm going to be streaming that day or whenever other videos come out. And then watch me be bad at stuff on Instagram. It's watch me be bad on Bluesky and Twitter. And if you're watching this on YouTube, leave me a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. You know, seeing what's going on, everybody coming to hang out, really appreciate it. You know, lets me know what folks are interested in. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. I've been Wumbus. Watch me be bad at stuff. Thanks a million for being here. Thanks a million for watching. Have a good night, everybody.